Well, I don't know about that, but I do think that there's a good chance that they're going to get to the AFC Championship game, and it could be against the Patriots. So, last year I think Carr, I keep saying David, and I really mean Derek.
Hey,
I've been saying
David
this
works for us. We do it too. We do it all the time.
Good. I'm glad I'm not alone. I think, he's had a phenomenal start, and he's had some great coaching and been in some good situations, so good experience. I really think that if he had not been injured last year, that there was a good chance that they may have played the Patriots in the AFC Championship or one of the playoff games last year.
What do you think Marshawn Lynch has left after he takes a year and a half off?
Well, I never like selling guys short. And, I have the highest regard for Marshawn. I think he's a super talent, wants to get the ball. He wants the ball in those tough situations. So I think it's a good move, actually, to get him. I don't think that they'll give him the ball, expect that he have this exact same kind of workload that he's had in the past. If they really want to get the best use out of him, I think they'll use him sparingly, but in situations where they absolutely need his skill.
Hey, try to make sense of all this California relocation. I mean, you were an L.A. Raider, living now San Diego. The Rams are back here. The Chargers are in L.A. The Raiders say they're going to Oakland in a couple of years. What do you think of all that?
Well, I think when you think about it from the National Football League standpoint, I think that the Raiders moving to Las Vegas is going to be a good move for the NFL. Maybe not so much for Raider fans to start, but I think it'll be, in the end, I think that they're going to like the move. Right now, people drive to the game, get out of the car, go to the game, get back in the car, go home. It'll be a different experience now. I think they'll be flying in or driving in. They'll be coming in a day early. They're going to have a lot of fun. It'll add to their experience of the NFL game. Then they'll go to the game, and then afterwards they're going to stay around. They're going to do a little more fun things to do in Las Vegas, and then go home. So I think when you think about that, you think about other places where the NFL's played games, like in Mexico City. You can imagine a lot of Mexicans coming here for a Raider game. Europe, Asia. You can imagine that for the NFL, it's a great move. But for the people of Oakland, the people who have been behind the Raiders for a long time, that's going to be a little bit of a change. And I know from talking to Mark Davis, his goal was to stay in Oakland. He wanted to take over the Bay now that the 49ers had moved to San Jose, really. And he saw a great opportunity. So it's with mixed emotions, but I think from the side of the NFL, it's going to be the best for the league.
We got Father's Day coming up, and this is National Men's Health Awareness Month as well in June. You, I know, are trying to raise awareness about prostate cancer. You're a prostate cancer survivor. This is not just you out there doing charity work. This story is near and dear and very personal for you.
Right. And I found out I had the disease by being in the right place at the right time. I was totally ignorant when it came to my own health, when it came to especially prostate cancer. When I heard the stats that 1 in 5 African-American men were going to get this disease in their lifetime, and I didn't know one single guy, I thought that couldn't be true. And when I found out it was 1 in 3 men, if it runs in your family, you're going to get the disease, well, I got concerned. And so I asked my doctor when I got back home, what was my PSA, which is a blood test that you take to find out, what's in your blood, if the cancer is in your system, or the level of aggressiveness of the cancer. And those numbers were scary enough for me, and he felt it would be very smart if we did a biopsy to see if I actually had the disease, which is the only way you can really tell. And my biopsy came back positive, and the rest is history. I found out I had it. I was lucky that I caught it in the early stages, and that's when you want to catch prostate cancer. And every man has a chance to catch it early if he knows it runs in his families and he's doing what he can to stay on top of his PSA, to understand what those numbers represent. But the best way to do is just talk to your doctor, your primary care doctor, and he may not be educated as you, when it comes to these kind of things, and you got to be ready to deal with that too.
Early detection is huge here. The 5-year survival rate is nearly 100% for people who detect and treat the disease early, which is key. And the website to know your stats, by the way, is knowyourstats.org. Happy Father's Day to you, Mike Haynes. Always a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, and likewise to all the other fathers out there. Let's get on it and stay on it, guys.